Ethiopia's quest for access to the Red Sea is increasingly viewed as a vital national interest amid shifting global and regional dynamics. As one of the world's fastest-growing and most populous nations, Ethiopia faces rising economic and security pressures from remaining landlocked. With the Red Sea serving as a critical corridor for global trade, energy flows, and communication, securing fair and peaceful maritime access is seen as essential to the country's long-term development, competitiveness, and regional influence. Julian Mercer has more.
It took Ethiopia 30 years to lose access to the Red Sea, but regaining it will not take nearly as long.
The Red Sea remains one of the world's most strategically significant maritime corridors, linking the Indian Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea and serving as a vital artery for global trade, energy transport, and security. A large share of international commerce, including oil shipments from the Middle East and Gulf countries, passes through this route, making it central to the global economy.
Ethiopia's demand for sea access was long portrayed as a major flaw, yet the demand itself is a matter of survival. For years, simply raising the issue was treated as something shameful.
Raising the sea access question now is very appropriate and a historic responsibility.
Key undersea communication cables that support international data and financial transactions are also laid across the Red Sea, further underscoring its geopolitical value. Despite its close proximity to this crucial waterway, Ethiopia has for decades remained without direct access to the sea. In the current fluid global and regional environment, such a position increasingly limits the country's economic potential and strategic flexibility. As global competition over trade routes and maritime security intensifies, continued exclusion from direct maritime access poses long-term challenges for national development and security.
We believe that the Red Sea issue is a legal, historical, mutually beneficial, and economic question.
A sea outlet is a matter of national dignity. Securing sea access for Ethiopia is not only vital for the economy, but also essential for safeguarding long-term peace.
But Ethiopia's return to the Red Sea is, in fact, a greater guarantee of peace and security, especially for smaller and more fragile states. Ethiopia poses no threat to anyone. It is a partner.
We have absolutely no desire for conflict. We say it is a matter to be resolved through lawful means and dialogue. I am 1,000,000% confident that Ethiopia will not be pressured, and no one wishes for such a situation.
Ethiopia's pursuit of reliable access to a seaport is increasingly framed as a national interest and a long-term strategic necessity. With a population exceeding 130 million and an economy that has recorded steady growth in recent years, the country's dependence on external ports places significant financial and logistical burdens on trade, exports, and imports. Securing a fair and sustainable maritime outlet along the Red Sea would strengthen Ethiopia's trade competitiveness, reduce transport costs, and enhance regional integration. The issue of sea access is widely viewed as a historic and national question rather than a short-term political agenda. Ethiopia's history as a maritime nation and its long-standing ties to the Red Sea region continue to inform discussions around equitable access under international law. In this context, calls have grown for a peaceful, lawful, and mutually beneficial approach that respects regional stability while addressing Ethiopia's strategic needs. Access to the sea is also seen as a symbol of Ethiopia's aspiration to reclaim a position of greater regional influence and economic self-reliance. As the Horn of Africa evolves amid shifting global dynamics, Ethiopia's engagement with the Red Sea is increasingly regarded as essential to its long-term prosperity, security, and national dignity.